my loves, your colourful girl Joy here, and today let's discuss the September makeup releases. There have been so many. September is such a crazy month, right after summer and right before October, the Halloween month. By the way, do you think September is still a summer month or the month after summer? Let me know in the comments, and I kind of gave my opinion away already. So obviously I won't be able to discuss all the makeup releases in the world in this video, it would be way too long, but I will discuss some that are the most popular, that are most discussed here on YouTube and also on Instagram, and also some that have caught my eye for one reason or the other. So let's go right into it. I've moved to the side so that you can actually see the photos of what I'm talking about, and the first release that I feel you should absolutely know about is the Sugarpill Fan Size 2 palette. I bought it on the release day, it hasn't arrived yet, I'm expecting it to be here, well, at least maybe by mid-October. I ordered it on the 1st of September, and I knew at once, as soon as they announced it, on my birthday by the way, on the 30th of August, that I would get it because I love the Fun Size #1 so much. The quality is just outstanding. I also have another palette by Sugarpill and the quality is just as outstanding. The lasting power on my oily lids is so impressive, which is very important, and also the blendability is just every makeup lover's dream. And besides, I love the colors in the new palette, obviously, else I wouldn't get it no matter the quality. And some say it's very similar to the Fun Size 1, but I find that this is just not true. Maybe one of the pinks is kind of similar, because the greens in the Fun Size 1 are very light and here they're obviously darker, and the purple is entirely different, and the pink in the new Fun Size is one very light and one pretty dark, and in the old Fun Size there were two like medium pinks, very neonish. The yellow is really different, it's grungy in the first Fun Size and like a buttery yellow in the second Fun Size. So honestly, I don't think the colors are similar. I think that if maybe you don't really like colorful palettes and you just want to have one, then of course you don't need the second one. But I think that if you're on this channel, you most likely are fond of color. So to me, I think this is a great addition to the first palette. Let's move on now. Next we have the NYX Sex Education collection. It is a collaboration with the TV show Sex Education, which I have never watched, so I'm not interested in the collection in that relation. However, I do think it's a very cute one. It includes, let me check, an eyeshadow palette, a lip gloss, a brow tamer, a setting spray, and a set of jumbo pencils, oh, and a face primer. Okay, so I have seen it in the store, however in our store there weren't no jumbo pencils and there was no lip gloss, but probably they will have them. I really like the palette colors, however the quality of NYX eyeshadows is not good if you ask me. They are kind of chalky when it comes to mattes, and they do not last not even an hour on me, so the palette was a no just because of the quality. Same goes for the jumbo eye pencils. However, if you find that the NYX eyeshadow quality and the jumbo eye pencils are okay with you, so if they last well on you, if you're okay with applying them, I think this is worth looking at. And also the packaging is really cute. People who have watched the show told me that they did a good job on matching the packaging to the show, so yay! Then comes the MAC Tempting Fate Fall Collection, and it includes an eyeshadow palette, lipsticks, an eyeliner, a strobe face glaze, and a Fix Plus setting spray. The palette is definitely not for me, it is way too neutral for my taste. However, I feel like they did a good job on making neutral interesting this time. So they included a lot of metallic shades, a lot of shimmers, not just mattes, and also they kind of gave them an undertone. So there are some that are more purplish, there are some that are more burgundy, there are some that are greenish. Like they're still neutral. I would not use this palette really. However, I think if you like neutral and a pop of color, or if you like sometimes having neutral, sometimes color, this palette is a great neutral one to go with. As for the lipsticks, well, the packaging is obviously very beautiful, however, the colors, once again, are nothing special. I think we have seen these colors in every brand many times already. As for the eye pencils, I do like the colors, however, the kohl pencils is something that doesn't last on me, so I'll have to pass. Next comes the Kiko Charming Escape collection, and I have a whole video reviewing that. And I will just quickly say that I love the lipsticks designs. I think they're absolutely fabulous. The colors maybe are not so special, but there are a couple of really nice ones. As for the rest, the palettes, for example, well, the colors are once again too neutral for my taste. Next we have the Jeffree Star Pricked palette and collection, which includes the palette, the liquid lipstick in 6 colors, the Supreme Gloss, the Supreme Frost highlighter, the Proof mascara, I can't even say this on YouTube, no idea why they named it this way, and the lip scrub. Well, the lip scrub is nothing special, I guess. As for the other products, once again, way too neutral for me, not something I would expect of Jeffree Star, you know? Well, the palette is orange toned, which maybe, you know, I kind of could expect because he's obviously doing a palette in every color family. He has had a red palette, a pink palette, a purple one, which wasn't purple, which was a magenta one, and a green one, oh, and a blue one, and so the time has come for orange, makes sense, you know, fall is traditionally associated with orange. However, I would expect him to make some brighter orange lipsticks. You know, I think there is only one bright, you know, from what I see here. And I do like that they made the mascara in different colors. This is something I like about this collection, as somebody who loves colorful mascaras. However, these three, brown, red, and coral, are just not the ones that I'm particularly interested in. However, I do like this tendency. If maybe he makes some other colors like green, purple, pink, I would be interested in that. Next comes another palette that I ordered, BH Cosmetics Sapphire from their Birthstone collection, and I think it will take about a month to arrive. I have ordered it just recently on their restock, and I absolutely fell in love with the color scheme. And I have been wanting to try out BH Cosmetics for a while because I have heard good reviews on their quality. However, I haven't tried it myself yet, so I can't comment on the quality. I did absolutely adore the color story though, even though it doesn't really make sense as a sapphire color story to me, because I do know that sapphires can be a little bit more purplish or a little bit more greenish. However, most sapphires, in my opinion, are still blue, so I would think that this palette would be more of a blue one with maybe like one purple color and one green, but instead there's just one blue color, and even the glitter is like a magenta toned one with hollow flakes. But anyway, I'm not complaining. I did love the color story, and we'll see how it performs. Obviously, you know, I will be reviewing it for you. I will be doing a look and I will tell you how it wears. Next we have a Halloween release, and this is the Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection. It includes the palette, the 3 lip creams, 3 Super Shock shadows, a spider face stamp, a hand mirror, and a black flame candle, which obviously corresponds to what we had in the movie. And they also brought back the last year's Hocus Pocus collection in limited quantities. I'm not really sure what is sold out when this video is out. By the way, I'm filming this video on Sunday on the 26th of September, so something may still be released, you know, after it, but overall we did get the month mostly covered. I think this collection is really cute. I like that they made the palette really interesting, that it's not just neutrals, you know, with one green and one purple, because honestly I don't like the last year's palette that much. I think it's very earthly toned and not colorful enough. But I do like this year's. However, I did not get the palette, but I did get a couple of items from this collection. Stay tuned for a haul and for a review, and, you know, me telling you what I think of the collection in general, and also reviewing what I got. But I'm definitely excited for this collection because I'm excited for Halloween. Next up we have the Beautybay Disney collection, and this one is super cute. I was so tempted to get the Cheshire Cat palette because I think you can kind of guess that I love Alice in Wonderland. And the Cheshire Cat is my favorite character ever, you know, from all the books that I've read, from all the movies that I've seen. Cheshire Cat is just, he's awesome. And so that is actually the only reason why I was so longing for this palette, but I really talked myself out of it because I do already have all these colors, you know, in other palettes or as singles. As for the other palettes, I think the Jungle Book palette is once again super duper interesting, but also I do have these colors already as singles or in other palettes, though the Jungle Book was maybe the second palette that I was really tempted to get. But you know what? I also didn't get them because I haven't tried out the Beautybay quality yet. And I have one palette coming up that I want to try. And probably if I fall in love with the quality, then maybe I will get one of these palettes if it goes on sale. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I will of course tell you what I think of the Beautybay quality as soon as I try the palette that I'm expecting. And also they have some eyeshadow sticks, which I'm not sure that can last on oily lids, because usually something that is creamy does not last well on oily lids if you put it all over. So if it's an eyeliner thin thing, it can kind of last, but I cannot say for sure, definitely. So the next up is the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette, which was super discussed online. To me it's really boring, you know me, I don't like neutral colors. For somebody who wants to use it on a daily basis, who loves neutral colors, I think this is a great find, except that I would add one more column, you know, one more small row, with even deeper shades. I feel that for the deepest skin tones, this palette won't really work well. There are not too many colors to use. Just my opinion. Next come the Lime Crime Bushy Brow eye pencils, which come not just in the usual light and dark brown colors, but also in 4 fun colors: the blue, the teal, the red, and the purple. Or is this red a pink? I'm not sure from this picture. But anyway, I do love the concept. I love that they made the colorful ones. However, I usually don't put makeup on my brows. They're usually not really visible from the fringe, and besides, you know, they're naturally quite black and visible. Sometimes I do colorful brows, however in that case I usually just go with the liquid lipsticks. It's definitely not something that I will do on a daily basis, so I feel like I don't really need these pencils. However, if you do your colorful brow on a daily basis, I think this is a great product to look into. Moving on to something that has been discussed a lot, and this is Giorgio Armani eyeshadow palette. Now this is not a blush palette, this is not a highlighter palette, which is what I thought at first. And the reason people are discussing it so much is, well, the layout of the palette. So on one hand it's really beautiful, like you can see it looks bomb. However, the eyeshadows are not separated one from the other, and people are saying that this is very inconvenient to use. Personally, I don't see a problem with that. I think I would use them just fine. Like maybe when you're already finishing this palette and you kind of have these colors on the borders with each other, it would be hard to get one color and not the other. But you know, like that's just the very end, and until then I think you can use it just fine. And also, if you're a makeup junkie like me, you probably never quite really finish a palette. Probably just have to get rid of it because it expired. And I really think this palette is really cute. I like that they took a pink approach to neutral. So once again, even though they made a neutral palette, it is very pink toned and it's not just the usual brown. And once again, they have a lot of shimmers. I think for somebody who likes neutral looks, this is a pretty interesting version. Then we have the Sigma Beauty Cinderella collection, which in my opinion is really beautiful. However, I'm a bit mad at Sigma Beauty, like a little bit, because I applied to the affiliate program and they just said no, like without even giving me any reason. But I'll get over it. I'm not planning on purchasing this palette, however I think they did a great color story here. They do have some neutrals here for those people who like neutrals or who like a neutral look with a pop of color, but they also have a lot of colorful shades. They have some really interesting shimmers, and these prints that they have on the eyeshadows, like with the shoe, with the fairy godmother, with Cinderella, they're just so beautiful. Also the highlighter and blush palette is cute. Well, the lip glosses and the brushes are kind of nice. And once again, I just feel like this is not a palette I need, however, I think it's really cute. Next up we have the Makeup Revolution and Corpse Bride collaboration collection, and if you feel like this video has been helpful and nice so far, please just boop that thumbs up button. Thanks a lot! Now what I do love about this collection is the color story of the palettes. I've heard some people say in the comments that this color story did not correspond to the movie, however, I disagree. Let me know what you think. But I think that a lot of blues and these pale light pinks really correspond to the main character, the Corpse Bride, Emily. And I think like they really align very well with her. I don't know why people thought the color story was not good. Then there are, I'm talking about the bigger palettes right now, then there are the smaller palettes, one of which is blue, which I think, once again, corresponds well. The other one is a warm-toned one. I understand why they included this in the collection, because this is a popular choice by the customers. However, I think this one maybe does not correspond to the movie so far. It needed to be kind of more grungy, more cool-toned brown, if they wanted to bring in the brown, in my opinion. The thing that does not have a very good color story, I think, are the lipsticks, because the light pink, the Emily lipstick, it should be way more cool toned. Like, she has this very cool toned pink on her lips, almost lavender in some shots. I feel like they should have added this color. However, I'm not getting anything from this collection because, well, it's Makeup Revolution. I will not be saying that the quality is bad because I haven't tried it myself. However, from a lot of reviews that I've heard from different people, the quality of Makeup Revolution eyeshadows could have been better. Then there is the new Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. The color story, I think, is very well thought through. So they have a pastel row, they have a dark but vibrant row, they have a super deep but still having color row, they have a shimmery, like medium and vibrant row, and they have a neon row. So I think this is really a great palette for creating, you know, tones of looks. So you can combine a neon and a shimmer, you can deepen your crease a lot by these very dark shades. However, for me personally, I think I've got a lot of these colors, and the purple here is kind of more warm toned, and also the green is more warm toned, and I really like more cool toned purple and more emerald green. So this is just not exactly my color story, though I do think it's very, very nice. Cannot comment on the quality though, but I have heard very good reviews about the first palette. So I don't think I've heard a single bad review about it. Then there has been a nail polish Holo Taco fall release. Usually I'm very excited about Holo Taco releases. I love their nail polishes. However, this time I thought that I would pass because these are not exactly my colors. But I'm pretty sure the quality is great. The polishes that I have tried from Holo Taco so far have been just fabulous. Then there is this huge collection in collaboration with BH Cosmetics once again and Doja Cat. Or is it Doja Cat? Doja Cat? How do you pronounce this person? I apologize if I mispronounced her, please correct me in the comments. The collection is huge. It includes a mega palette in 36 colors, the mini shadow quads in 3 different variations, the powder blush trios, also in 3 variations, the loose powder highlighters, the volumizing and lengthening mascara in black, the calligraphy eyeliner, the 10-piece brush set, a hand mirror, a lip balm, and some plumping lip glosses. So the collection is absolutely huge. What I would be the most interested in would be the Mega Eyeshadow Palette. I think they did a great job here in mixing neutrals and color. So once again, I am not getting it. For me, it's still too neutral. But I think this is a great approach because they did include the neutrals. You can do a neutral look with it if you want. You can do a nude look. They did include some vibrant colors, some darker ones, and some medium ones like the pinks, dark purple, dark blue, dark green, very, very vibrant. And what they also did really well, they included some colorful but muted shades. So usually these kinds of mixed palettes have like super neutral colors in them and super vibrant ones, but nothing in between. And here they also have like a muted purple, a muted green, a pale blue, so you can actually go for very different looks with them, especially if you are someone who likes a bit of color but doesn't like to have too much of it. So I think this palette is a really great piece. The eyeshadow quads that come in one color scheme, nothing really interesting. The blush trios are not bad. The lip glosses, the brushes, well, nothing too special here in my opinion, but it does look kind of nice. And one more collection by Colourpop. So BH Cosmetics and Colourpop have really been releasing a lot this September, and this collection is Plush Like Me by Colourpop. It's a burgundy themed collection. It was said to be inspired by the 90s. I really recall these lipstick colors being popular in the 90s, like these deep reds, these burgundy shades. However, I wouldn't say the same about eyeshadow, at least here. Maybe, maybe it depends on the place. Maybe in some places in the 90s, burgundy shades were popular, but here I mostly recall women, like in the mid-90s, for example, wearing these red-toned lipsticks or sometimes pink lipsticks. And with the eyeshadow, they usually went for something grey or blue, mostly, or neutral, like completely neutral, like brown, but usually not a burgundy color. I guess it depends on the place. Anyway, I think this collection is quite cute. Once again, not the type I'm looking for, but definitely not bad. Then there were some sneak peeks of future collections, and the one that caught my eye was the Urban Decay and Marvel collaboration. And there were some things that I find really interesting and some that I was disappointed in. So first of all, this includes the eyeshadow palette, the blush sticks, the Luxe Blur lipstick, and the lippy pencils, and also the eyeliners and the face glitters. First of all, the palette. I think that's a disappointment. Like, I'm looking at the swatches right now, and what I would expect from a Marvel palette is to have a blue in it. They do have the blue, we'll give them that. To have a bright red in it. The only red they have one red, and it's a brick muted red. And to have a bright yellow in it. That just screams Marvel, doesn't it? Or is it just me? They don't have a yellow in it at all, and the red is, yeah. And mostly, like, half of the palette are neutral shades. So it may not be a bad palette, but it's definitely not Marvel. Now, some things that I like are the eye pencils. I think these are really good. Once again, I would have added also a red eye pencil, but at least they do have a gold, which is like a bright metallic yellow. They have a blue. They have a really nice purple, which I'm of course very drawn to because purple is my favorite color. And they have a glittery black. Honestly, I would love to try all the eye pencils. But I don't think I can afford that, but I would love to try, If somebody gave them to me, I would try them, willingly. Well, the blush sticks I'm not too excited about. The lipsticks are not bad, but not too interested. And as for the face glitters, I kind of need to see them in person, because I do have a face glitter from Urban Decay, and I love it. It's really very good. And if these are just as good, I personally would be very interested in the silver glitter. I think the gold should look fabulous too, I just like silver more. Ooh, that was a lot! Which of these releases is on your wish list and which are you skipping? Which was the best, which was the worst, or probably you already got something from the collection? Let me know everything in the comments below, I'm really dying to know. And make sure you are subscribed to this channel if you haven't done this already, because I'm uploading a new long video every Wednesday and new shorts videos every couple of days, so there is always something new and interesting to watch. For example, these colorful videos. And I'll see you there. Thanks a lot for being here. Bye bye, loves!